Okay, so hi everybody, it's me again. I pretty much wanted to make another video about the whole immigration issue because I think the first time I made one, I wasn't really clear on where I stood on the whole immigration thing, rather than, you know, my story and, you know, my personal experiences. But where do I stand? I stand in the middle ground. Okay, I don't agree with the whole fact that, you know, citizens are lashing out against Hispanic illegal immigrants, you know, and they do, you know, hate crimes, discrimination, all that stuff. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's the right way to approach it, because in the end, all they're doing is taking away emphasis from what they're trying to get across. Instead, you know, they're just coming off as racists or, you know, whatever other people want to call them, and you know, their point just isn't made. And I feel like if they were to approach the whole thing, you know, rationally, rather than saying, oh, you know, you fucking Mexican, go back to your country. I mean, you don't really say anything, you just sound ignorant. And you know, Mexicans are just gonna be like, whoa, 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 you know, what are you doing, what are you saying, like what gives you the right to talk to me like that? And you know, a lot of people are gonna answer back with, oh, well, you know what, I'm a U.S. citizen and I can talk to you however I want. Wrong. You cannot do that. It doesn't matter who you are. So I totally disagree with how some citizens, not all citizens, how some American citizens are taking that road, you know, and approaching the issue that way. And there's others that set the good example where, you know, they're fighting what is, you know, a good fight, which is pretty much rationalizing and saying, hey, you know what, this is what you're doing to our country. These are the resources that you guys are draining. This is the problem that you are causing by being here, not paying taxes, working illegally, getting paid under the table. This is what you're doing. You know, rather than just going around insulting and categorizing and stereotyping every single illegal immigrant there. And you know, there's the other side. There's the immigrants, like, you know, myself. There's the ones that really don't care. I was in a building and everybody there, just about everybody who lived in that building was immigrant. And you know, there was, like, for example, me and my family, me, my mom and my two brothers, and we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. And you know, we were crowded, but you know what, we lived a decent life and we were good. We never caused any problems. But in the rest of the apartments in the building, there was like single apartments, you know, just one little room with a kitchen and a bathroom, and there was 12 guys living there, all pitching in to pay the rent and whatever they would, you know, save up from their jobs that they were working in factories, most likely textile factories, because that's where everybody works. And they would send it back home. And I was like, you know, what are you doing? You're taking away our money. And you know, they didn't give a crap about the building. They would, you know, throw trash everywhere. They would drink and leave their beer bottles. They were very disrespectful to myself and my mom. And you know, they would threaten my brother. They were gang members or gang affiliated, or had that gang mentality from wherever it was that they came from. And I really thought to myself, wow, you know, these people, it's these kinds of people, they're the reason why I look bad, because they're Hispanic and I'm Hispanic. They're immigrants and I'm an immigrant, illegal immigrant. I'm an illegal immigrant. And when someone looks at them, they're not gonna separate me. They're gonna categorize me all in that whole group, you know. And that's what I hated. I disagreed with that. I feel like people like that don't deserve to be there. And there was, you know, the other side of it, where there was people that were illegal immigrants, but they were trying to immigrate themselves. They were trying to do everything possible. They were, you know, talking to their lawyers, paying their lawyers, telling them, you know, what can I do? Whatever it is that I have to do, I will do it. I know people like that. I know people that did that. You know, I've paid my taxes, here are my records, blah, 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 blah. My kids are in school, they're awesome students. You know, we're in, like, what, the PTA, we do neighborhood watch, we do everything that we need to do. We don't litter, we help each other out. Like, the smallest little things that, you know, in the end cause, like, the biggest problem ever. Though those kinds of things, it's just what separates everybody. And I agree with the whole, illegal immigrants are becoming a problem, but I disagree on how a lot of American citizens are approaching it. I understand that you're mad, and I totally I see where you're coming from, and I understand your issues and what you're trying to get across, but there's always a better way to do it. And just like illegal immigrants like myself, I could easily be lashing out and saying, you know what, fuck this, fuck that, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but yeah, I could easily be doing that and say, you know what, I'm going back in the country. I don't care what anybody says. That's my country. And I'm not doing that. I'm trying to do it legally. I'm trying to immigrate myself. And, when I get home, hopefully I'll be able to immigrate my family, which is just my mom and my brother, because my youngest brother was born there. He's 12 years old now. And I could easily be doing that, but instead I'm taking another approach and saying, you know what, the best thing I can do is spread the word on my situation, spread my point of view, and get the word across, to other Hispanics, other Hispanic illegal immigrants, or other Hispanic citizens, because even Hispanic citizens aren't aware of what really goes on. And, maybe if we get the word across, then everybody's going to start seeing things in a different point of view, in a different light, and saying, wait, you know what? Me being here really is a problem. Maybe I really am draining resources that I shouldn't be draining, and taking things that rightfully do not belong to me. So what can I do to make it right? And I know it sounds like a la land, and it sounds like I'm sugarcoating things and I'm just living in this whole thing. But you know what? Ideally, that's what's ideal. That's what's correct. That's how it should be. Unfortunately, it's not. But hopefully it slowly starts to become that way. Just understand that not all of us are there to ruin your country. Not that anyone is there to purposely ruin it, but we are draining resources and the country is going down, and I agree with that. But we also help a lot. Right now in the fires and all along the coast in California, I'm getting the ashes, and here in TJ I can't open my windows or go outside because we're getting all the ashes and the air quality is really bad. But Mexican firefighters from here in TJ, they're all crossing the border and going over there to help. They are. And you can really read about it. And I know also in jails, convicts or whatever, they become firefighters. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they go into firefighter program, and as they say, most of them are Hispanic, illegal Hispanic immigrants that were, committed a crime, whatever, are in jail. I'm not saying that now we should forgive them or anything, no. But I'm saying, they're doing their part as well. They get them from, the prisons, and they send them out there. They don't give them a choice. They just send them out there. And most of them are illegal immigrants. But you know what? They're out there. They're helping to put out the fires. They're doing, whatever they can. Because, maybe they are trying to make up for something that they did. Or, maybe it's just because they don't have a choice. But the point is that they're doing it. And, I feel like we don't get enough credit for a lot of things that we do help in. So, I mean, yeah, I hope this was more clear. And hope I don't piss anybody off.